All right, so look at this corn. It looks absolutely no different than any other ears of corn you have ever seen, whether you grow it on your very own in your garden or whether you buy it in the grocery store. The reason that corn is so important is because as of 2014, 2015, 90% of the corn, cotton, and soybeans grown in the United States was grown from seeds that are considered to be GMOs. GMO is a genetically modified organism. According to an article written by Chelsea Powell at the University of Harvard, or Harvard University, excuse me, the FDA defines a GMO as any plant or animal that has been created through genetic engineering. So what is genetic engineering? It is when scientists directly manipulate a plant or animal's DNA. Through this process, crop yields have been increased. The nutritional value of livestock feed has been improved. Medicines have been improved to treat illnesses such as metabolic disorders and even cancer. In 1994, the Food and Drug Administration approved GMOs for human consumption. It means we can actually eat the food that is grown from these organisms. By 2010, 10 million square miles of farmland in over 29 different countries were used for GMO crop growth. As I stated earlier, our GMOs are not just for our food, but also for our medicines. Many of the medicines that you take today are considered a GMO. As a matter of fact, I have rheumatoid arthritis. The shot that I take every 2 weeks is a biologic, which means it has been genetically modified to fight my disease, which is really kind of neat because, I like that. Without them, many of the diseases that we had that were once incurable would still be so today. As a matter of fact, scientists have even gone so far as to genetically modify mosquitoes to cause them to emit a, it's called the SM1 protein, which actually blocks the delivery of malaria, which is a disease, a blood disease that actually kills hundreds of thousands of people in third world countries every year. In 1996, scientists went so far as to clone the very first animal. It was in the University of Edinburgh in Scotland. They cloned a sheep. Her name was Dolly, and oh boy howdy did the entire world hear about Dolly, because she was actually born as a baby. She grew up, but she only lived 6.5 years due to lung disease. Since then, scientists have also cloned pigs, horses, and dogs, but as of this moment, the FDA has not approved cloned animals for human consumption. In other words, your cows and your pigs and the chickens that you eat are not GMOs. They are still, grown by God, and those are the ones that we eat. GMOs have become a very hot topic issue among many people these days. They, if you turn on the news or if you read a report in the newspaper, or if you look on your food containers that you buy in the grocery store, not that many of you go grocery shopping, but if you're with your parents and you look, you'll actually see foods these days, or you'll see commercials for food these days that say that they're non-GMO. People are having a really hard time with them. They're not 100% sure that they're safe. But some of the pros of GMOs is that the seeds, some of the plants have been changed to resist insects. They generate healthier crops. They lower the risk of crop failure. When you think about some of your third world countries, some of those places that don't get a whole lot of drought, they have made some of these crops that are a little more drought resistant. They're able to survive on less water. They've also made some of them so that they're able to survive extreme temperatures and weathers. You think about, down here in South Mississippi in the middle of summer when our temperature reaches above 100 degrees, some of the crops that we grow don't like the weather quite that hot. Some of them in where my husband's family live in Indiana, when it can still be like in the morning it can be down into the 40s in the middle of July. Plants don't really like that either, and so they've made them so that They're a little bit more able to deal with the extreme weather conditions. They have also made some crops that make it so that they need less chemicals, less time, less machinery, and less land to grow on. One of the biggest cons, one of the biggest reasons that people are fighting against GMOs is since 1990, I lost my date. Since there's been a spike in food allergies since 1997, it's gone from 3.4% to 5.1% in children under the age of 18. So the only thing I can recommend is that if you, as you get older, that you do your own research and you decide for yourself whether or not you like your GMOs.